Hi, dear student, how are you? Once again, today we are in our chapter Hello Alkane, Hello Erin. Yes, sir. In Hello Alkane and Hello Erin. In last lecture, we discussed about the SN1 and SN2 reaction. SN1 means reaction occurs in two states, and carbocation should be stable. So it gives SN1. SN2 means reaction occurs in one state, means carbocation should be unstable. SN1 reaction છે બે સ્ટેટમાં થાય અને કાર્બોકેટાયન પોઝિટિવ ચાર્જ કાર્બન should be unstable. Stable. In SN2 reaction occurs in one state and carbocation should be unstable. This is our main note. For the same reaction, allylic and benzylic shows high reactivity towards SN1. Allylic, allied and benzylic halide. Allylic and benzylic halides shows high reactivity towards SN1 reaction. SN1 means occurs in two states. Understood? And carbocation highly stable. Yes, we are taking example. This is allylic chloride. After removal of chlorine, our carbocation has one empty orbital. Yes, it look like this. CH2 double bond CH, one empty orbital and CH2. Clear? Due to resonance, positive charge is delocalized. Here electron of the pi bond moves here. So here positive charge occurs and double bond forms here. Filled orbital of this and vacant forms a pi bond here. So this positive charge continuously change in carbon. So stability due to resonance is high. So whenever carbocation is stable, so it gives SN1. So remember allylic means carbon double bond હોય, પછી single bond sp3 hybridized હોય અને પછી halogen. So allylic halide gives SN1 reaction. Now benzylic halide also due to resonance, benzene ring contains CH2Cl. This is benzylic halide. After removal of one halogen from here, one vacant orbital on this carbon atom. Now these two electron moves here. Vacant and filled orbital forms a double bond. So positive charge cancel here. One electron of this carbon, one from this. So now it became positive. So you can see positive charge is delocalized. Now here is empty orbital and these two makes here pi bond. So this carbon became positive charged. Now the empty orbital n filled combines with each other and positive charge moves here. Here empty orbital combines with this pi bond. So once again you can see our positive charge continuously changes its place. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So due to resonance our carbocation is benzyl chloride and this group is benzylic halide. Benzylic group due to resonance highly stable, so chlorine easily removes from here and OH group combines there easily. So this reaction occurs in two steps. So it gives also SN1. Whenever हेलोजन रिमूव થઈ ગયા પછી જે કાર્બોકેટાયન ફોર્મ થાય એ સ્ટેબલ હોવું જોઈએ. So it gives SN1 reaction. Understood? For the given alkyl group reactivity of the halide. For the given alkyl group the reactivity of the halide Rx alkyl halide follows the same order in both the mechanisms. Means SN1 and SN2, and order is fluoroalkane, then very more in chloroalkane, very more in bromoalkane, and very fast in iodoalkane. Due to increasing of size of halogen, bond easily breaks. Whenever halide, alkyl halide is fluoroalkane, bromo and iodide, here alkyl group should be seen. So which one gives a fast reaction of substitution? So fluoromethane, then chloromethane, then bromo, and fastest in iodomethane. It gives both type of mechanism. Halogen is fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine and iodine. So reaction should be faster. Now example number 10.6. Example number 10.6 is given. These two important note to solve our question. In our book, example 10.6 is given. In the following pairs, of halogen compound, which would undergo SN2 reaction faster. One pair is given, which is cyclohexane, not benzene. Cyclohexane, then CH2Cl, and chlorocyclohexane is given. First of all, we have to choose out of two which one gives faster SN2 reaction. So here, second note, SN2 means reaction occurring one step, and carbocation should be unstable. For getting fastest SN2 reaction, we have to choose the unstable carbocation. Here, halogen containing carbon is primary. Right? हेलोजन वाળો કાર્બન બીજા એક જ કાર્બન સાથે કનેક્ટેડ છે which is primary. Here halogen containing carbon is attached with another two, so which is a secondary. So we know a halogen containing carbon attached with two carbons, so this is secondary. Halogen containing carbon attached with one, so primary. So actually secondary carbocation has two donor groups. So here positive charge distributes over the three carbon atoms. So it should be more stable. But we have to choose the unstable. So which one is unstable? First one. So this one. Chlorocyclohexyl methane. It is primary. Halide. This one secondary. So it gives SN2 faster. This is our answer. Now second question is asked. One iodobutane and one chlorobutane. CH2, 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 CH3 and one chlorobutane is given. Here you can see both are primary. Halogen containing carbon is attached with one primary. Halogen containing carbon is attached with one carbon, so which is also primary. Whenever both are primary, so our last note, fluoroalkane, then chloroalkane, then bromoalkane, then iodo. Whenever alkyl group is same in both, normal butyl, here is also normal butyl, halogen and chlorine, here iodine. So this bond breaks easily. So here one iodobutane gives fast SN2 reaction. Faster, larger size of iodine is a better leaving group because of its large size. It will be released at a faster rate in the presence of incoming nucleophiles. Now question number 10.7 is like this. Predict the order of reactivity. Predict the order of reactivity predict the order of reactivity of the following compounds. Of the following compounds in SN1 and SN2 reactions. First question is asked, the 4 isomeric bromobutanes So 4 isomeric bromobutanes means first of all one bromobutane, which is first isomer, one bromobutane. Then second one, one bromo 2 methyl propane. Here is 2 bromobutane, and fourth one is 2 bromo 2 methyl propane. First we are taking order of SN1. SN1 means reaction occurring 2 steps and carbocations should be stable. So now tell me which order is true. Here isomers of the bromobutanes are 4. Sequence of SN1 reaction. Here bromine containing carbon is attached with 1, so it is primary. Here bromine containing carbon is also primary, is attached with 1 carbon. Here bromine containing carbon is attached with another 2, so this one secondary. Here bromine containing carbon is attached with 3, so tertiary. So we know after removal of bromine, our tertiary carbocation is more stable. 3 methyl group donates electron pair, so positive charge distribute on 4 carbon atoms. So this one gives SN1 fast. Then secondary. After removal of bromine, it became positive charge. Here 2 donor groups are there, methyl and ethyl, but less stable than tertiary. Here is some bromine containing carbon is primary. This one also primary. ब्रोमीन वाળો કાર્બન એક જ કાર્બન સાથે અટેચ છે, આ બ્રોમીન વાળો કાર્બન પણ ડાયરેક્ટ એક જ સાથે અટેચ છે. both are primary, but what we have to do in this case, primary having 2, but we know inductive effect occurs up to 3 carbon, 1, 2 and 3. આની કોઈ effect નહીં થાય. Here is 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Yes, sir. Here all the 4 carbons are effective. Here only these 3. These 2. This is less effective. 1, 2, 3. Inductive effect. 90, 90. La carbocation more stable than this one. This is sequence of SN1 reaction. Now what about SN2? SN2 means reaction occurs in one step and carbocation should be unstable. So which one is unstable? Yes, so sequence will be changed. Highest unstable is 1 bromobutane. Then more stable is 1 bromo 2 methyl butane. Then more stable is the 2 bromobutane. And maximum stable is the 2 bromo 2 methyl. So this is sequence of SN2 reaction. The order will be changed. Now then after question is asked, give the SN1 SN2 sequence in the following. Same 10.7 and second of 10.7. C6H5CH is given. C6H5C, then CH3, C6H5Br. Meaning of this, on this carbon there is a phenyl group, benzene ring, then C, then methyl, then once again phenyl on same carbon. On same carbon bromine. Now second one C6H5CH into bracket C6H5Br. On this carbon CH and Br. Understood? Then third one is C6H5CH CH3Br. It means phenyl, then CH, CH3 and Br. And fourth one is C6H5 CH2Br is given. So here is C6H5 CH2 and Br. First SN1 order. Which one gives a faster SN1 reaction? For SN1, reaction occurs in two steps, and we have to check stability of carbocation. More the stability of carbocation gives fastest SN1. Here you can see this carbocation, actually tertiary. This positive charge carbon containing halogen 1, 2 and 3 tertiary. This halogen containing carbon is attached with 2 secondary. This halogen containing carbon attached with 2 carbon 1 and 2 secondary. This halogen containing carbon is attached with 1 so primary. So obviously tertiary carbocation should be more stable. And another reason for that, here empty orbital after removal of bromine, pi bond comes here. So positive charge resonance occurs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 times. 6 times resonance and 1 donor group. Highest stable. So this one gives fastest SN1. Here 1, 2, 3 carbocation changes place, only 6. No any donor group. So less stable. And also secondary. So this one fastest SN1 gives 10 slower. Here secondary carbocation. This one secondary. So how to choose? Here one donor and one resonating structure. One donor, here both are resonating. So it should be more stable. So gives the fastest SN1. Now what about this? One donor and resonance 3 times occurs. Here primary. Only 3 times resonance. This is sequence of SN1 reaction. What about SN2? For same example, this one is primary, this one is secondary, this one secondary, this one tertiary. What about this? So here for SN2, reaction occurs in one step. Carbocation should be unstable. Yes, sir. So this one more stable. Less stable this one. Here less. Sequence will be inverse of SN1. SN2 means reaction occurs in one step. The carbocation should be unstable. So primary carbocation unstable gives SN2 faster. Understood? This is our sequence. Now, in our new point, we are going very IMP point. We are going to discuss very important point. We are going there. Stereochemical aspects. Stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reactions. This is new for us. Now listen, stereochemical aspect means a three-dimensional study of the organic compound. In order to understand this concept, SN2 reaction proceed with complete stereochemical inversion. SN2 reaction proceed with complete stereochemical inversion means configuration totally change, while SN1 reaction proceeds with racemarization. We will discuss about it. In order to understand this concept, we need to some basic stereochemical principle and notations. So which are one by one. Optical activity. For the better understanding of this, we have to clear concept. 5 concepts we will discuss. Optical activity. Second one is the chirality. Yes. 5 word is important. Chirality, retention, fourth one inversion, and fifth one is racemization. Okay. So first we are going to discuss optical one by one. બધા સમજાય છે ને? First optical activity. Short note. Actually, light are 2 types. Light are 2 types. Light coming from the sun or from the lamp, which is non-polarized. Why? Actually, rays of light is electromagnetic waves. Light coming from the bulb or from the sun, which is electromagnetic waves, and these waves are coming in all the direction. When we observe any light, this is one plane. Second, light which coming throughout in every planes, which is called non-polarized light. When we observe, in સામેથી જોઈએ, so it vibrates in all direction. In all the direction, in all the planes. We are watching from here, so it look like this is a non-polarized light. But scientist Nicole has developed a prism. Nicole prism is developed. to convert non-polarized light into polarized light. This is Nicol prism. There is a imaginary lines and are parallel to each other. This is a Nicol prism. This device developed by William Nicol. In honor of it called the Nicol prism. When non-polarized light means vibrates in all the direction coming throughout it. Another symbolic representation of non-polarized light like this are coming. So light which is parallel to the this imaginary lines, it will be comes out, coming out. Rest of them which are perpendicular to the imaginary line will be absorbed. So now our emitted light from the Nicol prism will be polarized in same one plane. Yes, this is the polarized light. Yes, and this polarized light, when we pass throughout the unsymmetric molecule, methane is symmetric. Methane is a symmetric. This carbon contains all the 4 same atoms. This carbon contains all the 4 atoms are different. This is non-symmetric, unsymmetric, like this. This is our carbon atom. This one hydrogen, iodine, bromine and chlorine. Understood? So when we pass the non-polarized light, polarized light we are passing. So light will be deviates on right hand side, otherwise left hand side. That is optical activity. Compound is optical active. On which side it deviates, we can define by polarimeter. When we pass polarized light, so device which is called a polarimeter. Polarimeter, which is device which decide, we can define in which direction. When we take a lamp, bulb, it emits a non-polarized light in all the direction, and we are passing throughout the Nicol prism. So here parallel light coming out, rest of light this will be absorbed, this and this. So here polarized light comes out from the Nicol prism, and we are passing in a sample unsymmetric compound in the sample. So here is the eye space. We can watch here in 0 to 36 degree digit is noted here. If our light, polarized light is passing throughout the sample, if it deviates like this, light change theory and sample say non-symmetric change, so it deviates our light in suppose right hand side. So we can't see light clearly here. So we have to, our eyepiece we have to move. On moving suppose 60 degree, it gives light. So here we are moving on right hand side. So it should be dextro or plus. If our light, this light, it deviates on not right hand side but on left hand side. Suppose it is 30 degree and we it appears in our eye. When we move our eyepiece on 30 degree, a clear light appears in our eye. We are moving on now, not left hand side but right hand, not right hand side but now left hand side. So it should be LEVO, L, otherwise minus. And this non-symmetric compound has its mirror image. And a mirror image હોય છે. Chlorine and iodine moves each side. Suppose this deviates light on left hand side, right hand side, so dextro, D, otherwise plus. Suppose this deviates our polarized light on left hand side, so LEVO, otherwise minus. And these two are optical isomers, and phenomenon is called optical isomerism. Understood? Now one by one our book, our sample should be unsymmetric plane polarized light, plane polarized light, plane polarized light means it vibrates only on same plane. This is the polarized symbol. Another symbolic representation is like this, parallel means all the waves are parallel to each other on same plane. Not like this. This is a non-polarized light. This is polarized, plane polarized light. Certain compounds, plane polarized light and optical activity. Certain compounds rotate the plane, polarized light we discussed, produced by the passing ordinary light through Nicol prism. When it passed through their solution, passed through the solution, such compound are called, when it passed through the solution, such compounds are called active, optically active compounds. Such compound are called optically active compounds. Understood? I told you, whenever carbon is attached with all the four different groups, this is optically compound. Methane is not optically compound. Why? All the four are same. In the organic compound, when carbon is attached with all the four different compounds, so it should be optically active, not this one. The angle by which the plane polarized light is the angle by which the plane polarized light, this one, plane polarized light is rotated by the polarimeter. The plane polarized light is rotated measured by polarimeter. One of the devices we discussed about it. If the compound rotates the polarized light, if the compound rotates the polarized light to right hand side, to the right, clockwise, right side. Otherwise, clockwise. You can see this is a clockwise rotation. Clockwise. Light deviates clockwise. It is called dextrorotatory. It is called the dextrorotatory. Its symbolic representation small d or plus L. Small d or plus positive. If the compound rotates polarized light to left side, otherwise anti-clockwise. This side, anti-clockwise. Our light is rotates on anti-clockwise. That is called levo-rotatory. So symbolize, this is Greek word, means anti-clockwise, L, otherwise minus. And plus and minus sign having compound. Plus means dextro, minus means levo. Dextrorotatory, clockwise. Levo means anti-clockwise. It rotates our polarized light. So compounds are called optical isomers. Suppose we are taking CHCl, BrNI. Mirror image of it. Here chlorine, here iodine and bromine. These are the mirror image. Left side here is here right hand side. Here right hand side is here on left hand side. Chlorine, bromine here. This one left hand side, this one right hand side. But which one dextro, which one levo, we can't decide by the diagram. Only device polarimeter decides our isomer is dextro or levo. We can only define by polarimeter. These two are molecular formula same here, but arrangement in the three dimensions are different. So when we pass polarized light, suppose it deviates on right hand side, so dextro. This deviation we only decide by polarimeter, not from the diagram. If rotate on left hand side, so it should be levo. These two is called optical isomers, dextro and levo from the same compound, and phenomena is called optical isomerism. Understood? Now, last William Nicol. Short note is over here. Optical activity. William Nicol, which is given in a book, William Nicol, in 1768 to 1855, developed the first prism that produced plane polarized light. So in honor of it, we are calling Nicol prism. We discussed this is a prism. When we pass ordinary light, means non-polarized, so it converts into polarized light. That is Nicol prism. Understood? I hope you enjoyed my lecture. We will meet in our next lecture. Till then, bye.